Okay. Hi, this is Ice Booster 3. Currently, it is February 25th, 2026. Okay, so today I guess I was going to give an update on the things that have happened so far because I did say that around the dates of February 23rd and February 24th, there will be a violent event in regards to Hillary Clinton. And so, and you already know that on February the 19th, that's when Prince Andrew, he was arrested, I believe inside of the UK or whatever. I don't know. I forgot what United Kingdom. I don't know. But anyway, so Prince Andrew was arrested. I think he was released hours later. I think. Let's see here, and then kind of find out throughout the weekend. I think on the 20th of February, no, or the 21st. I think that's when El Muncho was was actually he was killed. And so let me pause a second to make sure I got his name right. So let me pause. Okay, so his name was El Mencho. And apparently, United States had a $15 million bounty on him. But the Mexican, I believe, Mexico, I believe, had a $300 million bounty on this man. Okay, but what this reminds me of is when President Maduro was captured. And that was on, I believe, January the 3rd, 2026. Let me get the exact date that El Mencho was killed. So let me pause for a second. Okay, so El Mencho was killed on February 22nd, 2026. That was a Sunday. This is one day before Hillary Clinton, her progressed moon, I believe, opposed her progressed Pluto and also her natal Mars. So, and let's see here. And just a reminder is that Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela or whatever, he was captured on January 3rd, 2026. And basically he was charged with, let's see here, federal charges related to narco terrorism, drug trafficking, and weapons charges. I'm missing something. Let me pause for a second. Now, Nicolas Maduro, he had a bounty on his person for $50 million as of August 2025. And the Department of Justice, they accused Maduro of conspiring to smuggle cocaine into the United States. And so, all the way back when, I was looking at a lot of conspiracies in regards to the Clintons, and apparently there's like some conspiracy saying that the Clintons basically dealt with allegedly and reportedly basically was trafficking cocaine. And so what I think is that this DOJ, the reason why they're saying they're focusing so much on drugs and blowing up drug boats inside these waters or whatever is because maybe allegedly, reportedly somewhere on YouTube that maybe Bill Clinton maybe was smuggling cocaine at one point or at this point, allegedly. Because I found two very very let me pause a second to get my words right. So I found two very well documented videos and very very long videos. I mean, mind you, like one was like an hour long, but it was full of information and allegations as well in regards to Bill Clinton and him possibly smuggling cocaine inside of the state of Arkansas. And this is before the Jennifer Flowers story, which happened, I believe, in 1992. Right? Let me pause. So yeah, the Jennifer Flowers allegations began, or I think caught public eye around January 1992, due to a tabloid publication by The Star. And keep in mind, like The Star, I'm doing astrology, and the report that finally took Bill Clinton down in regards to Monica Lewinsky was The Star report. Think about astrology, just saying. Um, but not only that, so the tabloid in which Danney Williams Clinton he went to, who, and keep in mind, Danney Williams Clinton is a black man who claims to be Bill Clinton's black love child or his black biological son. And he was born on December the 7th, 1985, in Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'm watching this. Let me find the name of this documentary in regards to this allegation in regards to Bill Clinton and a few others trafficking cocaine allegedly and reportedly via this documentary or this compilation of evidence. So let me pause a second. I keep on pausing, but this is a lot of information. Look, how old was it? Look, the Jennifer Flowers story, it initially broke, or was initially mentioned, all the way back in 1990. I was 0 years old. I didn't know nothing about this, so I'm just like, what? After hearing, after watching this this alleged compilation of evidence in regards to Bill Clinton. And another thing I want to add, because I might forget, is that I already forgot it. See, let me pause a second to get that thought back. Let me pause. Still forgot it, but I'll say this: I thought that Monica Lewinsky was the first quote unquote Monica Lewinsky. This is the thought. I was wondering why I think Kenneth Starr. It seemed like they went hard in regards to getting the Clintons. I was like, why? Because the Bill Clinton's impeachment, it began around Christmas. I'm like, you're gonna impeach this man on Christmas? Like, what did he do to tick somebody off? And then for the impeachment to end basically on Valentine's Day. Like it was like telling Hillary Clinton, "Happy Valentine's Day, Hillary Clinton." I was like, what kind of what did Bill Clinton do to deserve this? And now I see, after watching these documentaries, or alleged compilation of evidence in regards to Bill Clinton, and I think there are several mentions that Hillary Clinton was nowhere to be found in regards to all these allegations. But Bill Clinton, they got a whole, they got anyway. I'm not gonna. You have to watch this alleged compilation of evidence and everything else. Let me pause for a second to try to pull these two videos up. So let me pause. Okay. Let me just say this real quick. Pretty much, I just glanced at these YouTube videos. I typed in the search bar. Let me pause. So I just typed inside the YouTube search bar, Bill Clinton and cocaine, and I got two videos in regards to that. Two long videos. One was an hour long, and the other was like 2 hours long. What I did not do was pay attention to the name of the YouTube channel. The name of the YouTube channel is called Bill Clinton's Biography. That was a goddamn. Anyway, let me pull this up real quick. So, how are we gonna do this? So, Bill Clinton documentary. This phone is off, so I got to set up and rely on Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi doesn't reach this far inside his house. But anyway, you just pull up through the screenshots or whatever. I got plenty now. I'm like, this is a mess. It's a mess. So anyway, the name of the YouTube channel is called Bill Clinton Documentary. Okay. And so the videos that I watched was called Exposed, Clinton's traffic cocaine with CIA. And here's one of the videos. I mean, here's the yeah. I think this is how it looks on YouTube. And then the other video that I watched was Exposed. Same video? Anyway. Oh no, so this is the MENA cover up. Bill and Hillary Clinton's Arkansas's cocaine operation expose. So that's him right there. And then the other video that I saw was this right here. The 1990s must have been something. And it's the name of the YouTube channel. Hopefully I don't run into a porno. But Bill Clinton documentary. Lord have mercy. And this YouTube channel was created on November 13th, 2016. So it's like somebody waited until after the Hillary Clinton's run for president to create this YouTube channel to talk about Bill Clinton. Because again, all this stuff happened around before I was born. So I'm like, anyway. And so apparently also, of course, again, I was born in 1990. And it's now the year of the horse. 1990 was the year of the horse. Of the metal horse, I believe. And now it's currently the year of the fire horse. As of February 17th, 2026. Anyway. But if you watch those videos, it would just... Let me pause. I think my overall point is that I need to get to the astrology. So all the way back in 1998, in regards to Bill Clinton, I mean, he did all his dirt. Allegedly, reportedly, around the 1980s and stuff. With apparently via reported, what these videos allege is that he did cocaine and got with women, but surprisingly, Hillary Clinton, she didn't know anything about this via the videos and what is alleging. It's so much information. I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care. I'm like, oh my God. Because I mean, at one point, you know, I'm not gonna give my input. I'm just gonna get the facts. So the astrology. Bill Clinton, he did all his dirt throughout the 1980s and stuff like that, and people were trying to expose him and stuff like that. And the news media, they would just bear the stories. I mean, think about this. The Star magazine is what Danney Williams Clinton, he tried to do a blood test through them, reportedly or allegedly, and apparently the results came back inconclusive, but it ruled out Bill Clinton as Danney Williams Clinton's biological father. And then there was allegations in regards to a huge allegation in regards to Jennifer Flowers, and understand that Danney Williams Clinton was born in 1985. So the Jennifer Flowers situation, I think, happened around 1990. This is like right around the time I'm born. And so apparently, if you watch those videos again, and I'll show them to you again, Jesus. But if you watch these videos, I think it's this one right here is where it's one of them. But there's this man. He says, pause a second. Sorry, the dog started barking. But there's inside of one of those videos, there's this man. He alleges to have had video footage of Bill Clinton going to Jennifer Flowers home or something, hotel, I don't know, and possibly doing whatever and leaving multiple times. And he also had a key to Jennifer Flowers location. And I guess when word was released that that somebody actually had possible proof that this man had this video or whatever, they messed this man up. They well, allegedly, reportedly, whatever, via what is alleged inside of those videos. But anyway, his arm was broke. They said he had a black eye, a busted nose, or his stomach was cut up, all this other stuff, whatever. And I guess he had showed the pictures and stuff, or his bruises and stuff too. There were other situations that this video alleged as well in regards to like two children getting they'll say what killed on the official report in regards to their deaths was they got ran over by a train. However, the video alleges that whatever happened to their body wasn't what was reported. Anyway, my overall point is the astrology. And understand this, all these situations happened before the Monica Lewinsky situation. And the Monica Lewinsky situation happened in 1998 and 1999. And so again, let me just say that the same astrology that went on all the way back in 1998 and 1999 is happening now in 2025 and 2026. And it all started on July 5th, 2025. And that's when Bill Clinton, his progressed moon, made an opposition to his natal ascendant. Anyway, and then also the same astrology that happened during, and again, that was on July 5th, 2025. So the astrology that happened in regards to Bill Clinton's impeachment, it happened on November 13th, 2025. And that's where Bill Clinton's progressed moon, I think, made a quincunx to his progressed ascendant. And the last time this progression happened was on December 26th, 1998, which was around the same time as Bill Clinton's impeachment, which began on December 19th, 1998. And let me just plug this in right here too. I keep on plugging it, but anyway, Resident Evil 2, which is one of the most popular Resident Evil games inside the franchise, was released on January 21st, 1998. This is 5 days before Bill Clinton came out and said that he did not have sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. And again, like I said, the astrology that happened inside Bill Clinton's chart was his progressed moon made an opposition to his natal ascendant. And that happened on January 26th, 1998. I'm forgetting something. I think what I'm trying to say is that on July 5th, 2025, the DOJ, they came out and said that Epstein did in fact kill himself, and that Epstein did not have a client list. And so we're still talking about Epstein to this day. And then, let me backtrack a little bit. On November 13th, 2025, that's when the shutdown government came back open. But also, the House, Senate, and Donald Trump, they all passed a bill called the Epstein Transparency Act on November the 19th, 2025, which was supposed to release all of the Epstein files or whatever. Anyway, due to his alleged involvement inside of child trafficking. So I'm saying. So another thing is that I'm gonna say this as well, is that pretty much whatever this scandal is, it might bring out all of Bill Clinton's past misdeeds, because that's what happened during the Monica Lewinsky situation, or the Clinton Lewinsky situation, because it was exposed that Jennifer Flowers was telling the truth the entire time. It was exposed that Monica Lewinsky was telling the truth the entire time, and I think Paula Jones is as well. Anyway, and so I repeat myself, but what got me was I was like, why do they impeach this man on Christmas, around Christmas, and then like Merry Christmas, we got your ass, and then the impeachment ended on roughly around like Valentine's Day. It ended on February the 12th, 1999, 2 days before Valentine's Day. Oh, I know I know I keep on just stopping and going, but let me pause for a second, because it's a lot of information. I didn't know all this stuff happened. I mean, I'm just this entire time I was scratching the surface in regards to Bill Clinton, and I don't even really want to know what else. Cause I'm like, look, I'm tired. Like, I mean, you would think that the Epstein situation was enough, but no. No. There's more. Wait, there's more. I'm like, Jesus. I think Steve Jobs got. I'm not gonna bring him into this. Let me pause. What I was trying to say was that pretty much today is the 25th of February 2026. Tomorrow on the 26th of February 2026, Hillary Clinton is subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress, but on the 27th of February 2026, Bill Clinton is subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress. And understand that that's the same day, re-referencing Resident Evil. Resident Evil 9 comes out, and again, Resident Evil 2 was released around the same time that Bill Clinton claimed not have sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. He paused. Okay, so I want to show this tarot card again in regards to the Clintons. The Tower. They're about to lose something. They're about to go through the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal. And the last time this happened, basically most if not all of Bill Clinton's secrets was exposed. And I also want to show the tarot card Judgment. Secrets get exposed. I mean, I am flabbergasted in regards to how many scandals Bill Clinton has, like, that are allegedly tied to Bill Clinton. Anyway, I'm trying to see where do I go from here, because I'm like, I just found this news out today in regards to the coke. Well, I was considering it in regards when I first heard that Maduro was captured, and like the DOJ, they kept talking about drug trafficking. They're blowing up narco terrorist boats. I'm like, why are they focusing so much on this? Why are they focusing so much on that? And the thing is that because inside of one of these videos or whatever that I anyway, the point is that they say that the Clintons could have been raising, reportedly or allegedly via the video, $100 million like a month, right? Or a month or a year. I think it was a month. $100 million. And that's probably how they get that. That's possibly me thinking, how they get their money. And so that's probably why Donald Trump and his DOJ keeps talking about cocaine, narco terrorism, drugs. We're cracking down on drugs. And so when they arrested Maduro, there may have been a hint that they're coming after where the money is really coming from. When they tried to get El Mucho, that's probably where a lot of their money was coming from. Because one person can't just be over everything. It takes a group or a team or something like that. And so when you have a group of powerful people, yeah. And another thing, because I keep in my old videos, I keep referring to even though the Epstein situation is important. Oh my God, there's so much I'm trying to say. The Epstein situation is important, but China is a big problem for the future. Because Bill Clinton, of all people, he welcomed China into the World Trade Organization all the way back on October 10th, right? 2000. And so the same astrology in regards to China being welcomed to the World Trade Organization, it happens again on February 1st, 2028. And this is an election year, and Donald Trump is his astrology shows that he's going to have to be inside of survival mode during this period of time. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump's going to go into survival mode on August 19th, 2026, this year. And like I said, he's not going to be too happy about the midterm elections. But then again, maybe something good happens in March 2027, but yet still, it's I don't know. I just know that he's not going to be too happy about the midterm elections. If they find fraud, yeah, they may find fraud, and then that creates a civil war situation. That's probably what could come up. That's one thing. And then let's see here. I'm losing my train of thoughts because it's so much information. It's so much. Let me pause. I lost my train of thought. But I do know that the United States is about to go through its Uranus return. That's one thing. And around those times, the United States tends to go to war. If it's not a civil war, it's some kind of war with another nation. So that's one thing. And again, China, they may get some kind of leg up on the United States because the same astrology that happened during when they got welcome into the World Trade Organization, it's going to happen again on February 1st, 2028. And all the while, I believe Donald Trump's going to begin to have his. I think the United States is going to have its Uranus return, but also Donald Trump's going to have his progressed lunar return around that time as well. And so, and every time Donald Trump has a progressed lunar return or whatever, it's like he goes into survival mode. It's like a big event. And it's but understand, for Donald Trump, his chart says that he is king. He's gonna fight, and he's gonna win. He's gonna win because that's just his fate. He's blessed by the fixed star Regulus, meaning the prince or the king, and he's also his Rahu, with his North Node, and his Sun, and his natal Uranus in his 10th house or whatever. He's shockingly forced to go to the top and win. Anyway, it's a lot of information. A lot. Let me pause. Now, another thing that I was trying to say was that pretty much Bill Clinton could go down either for a possible Epstein scandal, or it could be drug trafficking. I don't know. I just know that Bill Clinton is going down for a scandal. Maybe he's I don't know. There could be you can I will pause. Let me pause. So maybe you can say that there'll be an Epstein situation that's tied to Bill Clinton, or maybe you can say that there's a drug trafficking situation that's tied to Bill Clinton. I do know that Hillary Clinton, she gets lucky around June the 12th, right? Let me pause to get the correct astrological lore, because this is so much information, and like Bill Clinton, man, this is like they're gonna have to make this YouTube channel has a biography about him. They need to make a movie about this man. Like, what? I mean, they have a Ted Bundy movie. I'm like, what? I'm like, damn. Hey, boss. And on a personal note, I've been going through a lot of stuff as well too. So I'm a little shook as well in regards to my personal life. I got stuff going on with. Well, I shouldn't even talk about it. But I'll say this: pretty much, it's like one of my accounts was trying to hack one of my accounts, and then yeah, also having personal issues, and yeah. Anyway, so back to the astrology. So we've already got past February 23rd and 24th, and it seems like Prince Andrew was arrested, but also, and that was on the 19th of February 2026. But on the 22nd of February 2026, that's when El Muncho, he was he got killed, and around the same day, Hillary Clinton, her progressed moon opposed her progressed Pluto, and her progressed moon also opposed her progressed Mars. And not to forget that tomorrow, which is February the 26th, 2026, she's supposed to go in front of Congress and yeah, be questioned. But also tomorrow on February 26th, 2026, transit Mercury inside of the sky begins to retrograde. And like I said, I keep saying that this is the Mercury retrograde from hell. And so every time it's conjoined transit Mars in the sky, every time transit Mercury is conjoined transit Mars inside the sky, there has been a huge revelation in regards to Epstein, Prince Andrew, Virginia Frey. There's an internet outages or whatever, and so on. big revelations in regards to Epstein. And the next time that transit Mercury begins to retrograde tomorrow. The next time transit Mercury conjoins transit Mars inside the sky is going to be on April 20th, 2026. And let's see here, it's going to hit again on Jesus Christ. Let me pause to get the exact lore because I don't want to mess this up. Oh no. That's not the next time. April 20th is not the next time that transit Mercury is going to conjoin transit Mars inside the sky. It's going to happen on March the 15th, 2026. And around the same date, on March the 14th, 2026, that's when Hillary Clinton, her progressive moon, will oppose her natal Pluto. And the last time this happened was on December 4th, 1998. And this is 15 days before Bill Clinton's impeachment. And like I said, the astrology for Bill Clinton's impeachment has already begun. It happened on November 13th, 2025. So on March the 15th, 2026, transit Mercury and transit Mars side, transit retrograde Mercury and transit Mars side of the sky is going to conjoin. And like I said, this is huge revelations in regards to the Epstein scandal. I was going to say it like that. And this is after Bill and Hillary Clinton has been subpoenaed to testify. I'm probably going in circles. I probably sound crazy, and I'm so sorry if I do. But this is important because tomorrow, on the 26th of February. On 26th of February, transit Mercury begins to retrograde. And on the same day, Hillary Clinton is subpoenaed to testify in front of Congress. A day later, Bill Clinton. And then days later, on March the 14th and 15th, it's like there's another big event that's fated to happen. That's my point. And then, let's see here. So moving on. On March the 20th, that's 5 days after transit Mars and Mercury conjoin inside the sky, retrograde Mercury. So on March the 20th, 2026, transit Mercury will station and go direct. And the next thing that happens is that on April the 8th, 2026, for Hillary Clinton, her progressive moon will conjoin her natal midheaven. And so when you think of the midheaven, means your career, your status and career, and it conjoins it. So there's a major influence on her career. But when you think about Hillary Clinton, you think about Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton was the president and Hillary Clinton was like Secretary of State or whatever. But so when you think of Hillary Clinton, you think about Bill Clinton, and when you think about Bill Clinton, you think about Monica Lewinsky. But people who are more astute, people who know a little bit more, who know a little bit more about history. I mean, you think about Monica Lewinsky, but there's Jennifer Flowers. There's a possible connection to the mob, allegedly and reportedly. There's probably a connection to the smuggling of cocaine through airplanes. There's reportedly and allegedly connections to people just getting suicided, allegedly and reportedly, via this the YouTube videos I just watched. Anyway, so I forgot my point. It is so much information. I'm so sorry, but it's a lot of information. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back. So I was talking about Hillary Clinton's progressed moon conjoining her natal midheaven, and that having to do with people's emotions, having like a reaction to the status of Hillary Clinton, because it means your status, your career, and etc. How people it's not how people see you. That's your ascendant, but it's your status. What people think about in regards to your status. Moving on. So on April 20th, 2026, transit Mercury will conjoin transit Mars side of the sky. Again, this is the last time, and I keep on saying that this is the Mercury retrograde from hell, because it's like, anyway, secrets getting exposed in regards to Epstein and whatever else. Because, like I said, Bill Clinton's going through the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal, or the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal, and it's like all of Bill Clinton's secrets come out, or came, not all of them, because you still have Danney Williams Clinton, the black man who claims to be Bill Clinton's black biological love child, who, yeah. Look at so much information. There's so much information. Anyway, so moving on from April 20, 2026, when transit Mercury conjoins transit Mars inside the sky, and that could be a major revelation in regards to the Epstein scandal or whatever scandals that's going on with Bill Clinton. It could be any kind of scandal. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. So April 26th, 2026, which is actually my birthday, transit Uranus enters the sign of Gemini. And this coincides with wars and probably civil wars as well, too. Anyway, so that's April 26th, 2026. So this is when the serious astrology begins. Well, this is all serious. But I'm just like, it's a lot of clutching my pearls. A lot of stuff. Anyway, so this is when things could possibly come to a head. Not the conclusion it should be around July the 20th, 2026, with another shocking event happening around August 9th, 2026. Anyway, but the big event is on May the 4th, 2026 for Bill Clinton. And that's when his progressed moon was sextile his natal nodes. And the last time this happened was on November 24th, 1998. And this is 20 days before Bill Clinton's 1998 impeachment. Anyway, and this is probably like the processing of whatever's going on with this is previous back in 1998. This is probably when Congress and everybody was processing the Bill Clinton's articles of impeachment. Let me pause for a second. I'm sorry. This is a lot. Okay, I'm going to flash this card again. Judgment. In regards to just this entire situation. And the tower for the Clintons. Anyway, you can see the people falling out of the tower. It's like a male and a female. Anyway, another thing is that I wish I did this better, but I did say inside my previous video that I made, I believe, on the 20th of February 2026. I said that I put two in my prediction called Final Judgment. Final Judgment. And you can see this post on True Social. I made it on Twitter. I put it on Twitter too, but Twitter didn't give me enough space to type out my entire post. But anyway, so let me go back a little bit. So I did say that on February 17th, some stuff should start to go down. And I said within 3 days. And within 3 days, Prince Andrew was arrested. Okay. And then also, and you know, it's funny. I said that my exact words were, could a prominent Democrat be assassinated like Charlie Kirk, or could this eclipse later lead to the arrest of Bill Clinton? Keep in mind that two things happened in regards to what I said. Prince Andrew was arrested, and if El Mencho, I can't say his name right. I'm so sorry to the Mexican people or to the cartel who adored this man. I ain't trying to get my head chopped off, but anyway, so condolences. Anyway, but so if El Mencho was a prominent Democratic figure in regards to Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton, because the astrology was showing that for some reason Hillary Clinton should have been angry around his date, and he was killed around his date. So maybe that's why maybe he was considered a very prominent Democratic figure for some reason. Just saying. So my point is that my prediction came true, but it wasn't within. Well, an eclipse, a moon cycle roughly lasts about like 15 days. So it's still within that period of time, but still, I said 3 days. And so within that 3 days, Prince Andrew was arrested. And then 2 days, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 6 days later, El Mencho was killed. Anyway, hopefully, I'm so sorry if I sound crazy or if I'm butchering my. Just trying to get this over with. It's a lot of information. So I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to repeat my prediction, starting with Final Judgment. I said new moon solar eclipse, February 17, 2026 at 6:01 a.m. Eastern Time. It's exactly opposite Donald Trump's natal ascendant. Could a prominent Democrat be assassinated like Charlie Kirk, or could this eclipse later lead to the arrest of Bill Clinton? Remember, the September 7th, 2025 lunar eclipse led to the September 10th, 2025 assassination of Charlie Kirk. When transit Sun conjoined transit K2 inside of the sky, and transit Mars conjoined Charlie Kirk's natal Sun. Also, transit Moon opposed Charlie Kirk's natal Sun. And that happened within 3 days of the September 7th, 2025 eclipse. And Charlie Kirk was killed on September 10th, 2025. I probably said the wrong. So the lunar eclipse happened on September 7th, 2025. And Charlie Kirk was killed on September 10th, 2025. I'm so sorry. So I said, I wonder what would happen around 3 days after this new moon eclipse. Okay. And then I have additional lore here, but I'm just going to... The reason why this is important is because I made a video called The Meteors. And so right here, I made sure to put a meteor right here. This is when everything begins. And I'm referencing... There's a post I made on... Oh, God. I think either I made it on February 13th, Friday the 13th, 2026, or February 17th, 2026, around the time of the eclipse. I forgot now. But I posted a video titled Power of God. And this video, it had in it Madara Uchiha, who's considered one of the most famous villains in regards to the Naruto universe in several anime genres. But Madara is known for summoning 2 meteors from the sky. And keep in mind, I call myself Ice Blue 333, the god of astrology. And so Madara, he summons 1 meteor. And so the people that he's fighting like the 5 great nations. If you haven't watched Naruto, whatever. So the 5 great nations is it's a lot of people. He's fighting hundreds and thousands of people. And so and kicking their butt, by the way, but still. So he summons 1 meteor to take them out from the sky. And so one of the heads of the 5 great nations or whatever, they stopped the first meteor. And Madara's like, okay, so you stopped this one, right? What about the second one? And so I have 2 meteors inside of my Final Judgment post. This is the first, which is slated for February 17th, 2026. And again, I know I'm repeating myself, but Prince Andrew was arrested and El Mencho was assassinated. I said 2 things were happening and 2 things happened. That's my point. I'm so sorry for the long explanation, but I'm sorry. Moving on. So the next time that... Oh, shit. Is there a porno here? Is there a porno here? Okay. Thank God there isn't. So the next... Because I put 2 meteors inside our Final Judgment post. It's for May 4th, 2026. And it's right here. And I said this already, but I'll say it again. For Bill Clinton, his progress mode was 6 times native nodes. And the last time this happened was on November 24, 1998. This is 20 days before the 1998 impeachment. So what makes this date so important is because the slower moving planets that's surrounding this date. So on May the 16th, 2026, for Bill Clinton, his progressed Venus will conjoin his progressed Mars. That means that it's a fated angering event for his social circles. So people that supported him or whatever, that loved him or whatever, that's in regards to social circles, and maybe even Hillary Clinton too, they're going to be angry around this time. And then moving days ahead, on the 21st or the 25th of May, 2026 for Donald Trump, his progressed Venus will conjoin his progressed Jupiter. And it's a fated lucky event for his social circles. And so it's like something bad happens for Bill Clinton and his social circles, but something good happens for Donald Trump and his social circles. Moving on. So days later, on the 27th, and understand that progressed Venus is a slow moving planet in regards to your progressions. Okay, compared to how fast the progressed moon moves. Anyway, so moving forward on May the 27th, 2026 for Bill Clinton, his progressed Mercury will sextile his natal Mars, and it's fated angering news. So the whole entire month of May is a big deal for Bill Clinton. Okay, and again, here's the lore right here, just in case you need it. And so let's see it. So next, on June the 12th, 2026, on June the 12th, 2026 for Hillary Clinton, her progressed moon will sextile her progressed Jupiter, and it's a lucky event for Hillary Clinton. So something bad happens for Bill Clinton. Some good happens for Hillary Clinton. Anyway, so maybe she gets lucky. I don't know. So the next date is going to be on July 4th, 2026. It's when transit Mars conjoins transit Uranus side of the sky, and this deals with civil wars or maybe a shocking violent event. And so maybe a terrorist attack can happen around this day, or maybe an angering violent event, or maybe it's violent justice. And maybe it's Trump getting violent justice on people who pause because I can't get my words right. So maybe it's Donald Trump getting some kind of violent justice in regards to the people who, you know what? I'll probably say like this. Maybe Donald Trump is exonerated around this time. And everything that everybody called Donald Trump, he's like, not me. Bill Clinton, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at Bill Clinton. So, why is the song "The Man in the Mirror" playing in my head? I think I was walking through I don't watch TV that much. I think I was walking in somebody else's house or whatever, and I think I saw some movie playing. I think Kiki Palmer, she started singing "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson. Anyway, I don't know why, but maybe it means reflecting yourself and what and not other people. Like the change starts. A change starts with you, not the blame game and you blame other people. Hopefully that resonates with somebody with other people. But anyway, I think I want to backtrack to no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm still on July 4th, 2026. So maybe it could be a terrorist attack with transit Mars conjoining transit Uranus side of the sky, or it could be violent justice in regards to Donald Trump and people being angry that, oh my God, I thought that it was Donald Trump the entire time, and no, it's the Democrats. Anyway, and I'm gonna pull these cards out again. Judgment. And also the Tower in regards to the Clintons. This time all their secrets might get exposed. And I'm thinking about Danney Williams Clinton, who is again a black man who claims to be Bill Clinton's biological son. So that's July 4th, 2026. On July 15th, 2026, his progressed Venus will square his natal Venus, and there'll be a focus on his social circles and career. And so next is going to be on July 20th, 2026 for Bill Clinton. His progressed moon will quincunx his natal moon. And the last time this happened was the end of Bill Clinton's 1998/1999 impeachment. And that happened on February 9th, 1999. And so, yeah. And then next after that, on August 9th, 2026 for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon with sextile progressed Uranus is a shocking event. Understand that Bill Clinton's progressed, I got to talk about Danney Williams Clinton. The full astrology of that. So let me pause for a second. Okay, it started getting cold inside of here, so I had to put on a jacket. Hopefully this jacket isn't too oiled or glowing too much because I had to put some wax on it because I saw cracking or whatever. Anyway, Danney Williams Clinton. So around the months of March, let me. Danney Williams is a black man. Oh God, who claims to be Bill Clinton's biological son. And he was born inside of Little Rock, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, on December the 7th, 1985. And so let's see here. So I have the astrology here, and I've said it several times, but anyway, on myself again, because people might only want to watch like one video. I know I rambled inside this video, so people are probably not gonna get too far inside this video. But anyway, let me keep on moving. Around March/April 1985, that's when Danney's mother should have been impregnated. So looking at the astrology and Bill Clinton's chart, on November 10th, 1985, Bill Clinton's progressed Saturn made a sextile to his natal Mars. And I think Bill Clinton's natal Saturn and his progressed Saturn is inside of his 10th house, I believe, right? And so that means that when it made that exact sextile to his natal Mars on his ascendant, it should have been an infuriating event, an emotional, infuriating event in regards to Bill Clinton, in regards to his status and image, because Bill Clinton has his natal Mars inside of his first house, which means yourself and what you are perceived to be, and he has his progressed Saturn inside of his 10th house, which is your status. So let's see here. On November 11th, 1985, for Bill Clinton's progressed Mars made a square to his natal Saturn. And again, it's the same theme. Furious anger, furious emotional blocking anger. Because Saturn blocks, and it's emotional. And Mars is just infuriated. It's anger, violence. Anyway. So weirdly enough, on December 5th, 1985, for Bill Clinton's progressed Uranus began to retrograde. And honestly, looking at after I watched this video in regards to Bill Clinton possibly smuggling cocaine throughout the United States via Arkansas or whatever. This is probably when the chickens came home. This is probably this is probably the beginning of when the chickens came home to roost in regards to Bill Clinton and his scandals. They probably just couldn't be hidden anymore because his fate changed. His progressed Uranus began to retrograde. And again, on October 11th, 2025, that's when his progressed retrograde Uranus conjoined his natal Uranus. It's a big deal. It took 41 years for Bill Clinton's progressed Uranus to conjoin his natal Uranus. And understand that it could have conjoined his natal Uranus at any time. But it happened during Donald Trump's presidency. And during the time that he was supposed to testify in regards to his relations to Epstein. Just saying. Oh, and not to forget that on November the 6th or the 8th, 2025, that's when Danney Williams Clinton, he released his book called The Forgotten Son. Anyway. So, moving forward, on December 7th, 1985, that was the birth of Danney Williams Clinton. Right? And so keep in mind the word star seems to keep on coming up with Bill Clinton. Like the 1998 Star Report that led to the exposing that Bill Clinton did have reportedly did have some kind of situation with Monica Lewinsky, which also led to the exposing of Bill Clinton possibly having some kind of relations with Jennifer Flower and possibly Paula Jones as well too. It exposed that Bill Clinton allegedly, in a lot of people's opinions, lied to a lot of people, reportedly and allegedly, or in a lot of people's opinions. Anyway, so that's the 1998 Star Report, but also there's a Star magazine in regard. there was a Star magazine that did a blood test in regards to I think Danney Williams Clinton, and it came back inconclusive. However, another situation happened, and they deemed that the blood test was inconclusive. Sorry. Let's see what else. There's one more thing in regards to the theme of stars. I think that there's some kind of star article in regards to Jennifer Flowers. I forgot now, but anyway. Let me see what else. So back to Little Rock, Arkansas. So I've already said this as well too, but still, let me go ahead and just point this out as well too. So all the way back, I believe in 1957, there in Little Rock, Arkansas, there were 9 children or 9 people that was trying to go to 9 black. Because keep in mind, Danney Williams Clinton is black. He's a black man who should be around like 41 years old now, or around 42. I forgot now. But anyway, I believe around 1957. That was when there were 9 black children or people that were trying to go to college or school, and they were racially discriminated against by several white people, and it came to the point where it was the governor tried to block these black 9 people or children from going to school or college. And so at the time, President D. Eisenhower, he had to invoke the Insurrection Act to pretty much allow these black students to go to school or college, in spite of the governor of Arkansas, which again was one of the slave states that also seceded from the Union. What else? And keep in mind, Bill Clinton, he became the governor of Arkansas at one point in time. And so I wonder what the optics would be like if Bill Clinton had a black love child. Think about it. Anyway, so the astrology lines up with the possible fact, even though it's an opinion and an allegation for right now, that Danney Williams / Clinton is possibly Bill Clinton's biological son. The astrology lines up with it, and the best time for it to be exposed in regards to some kind of blood test, or whatever, being done to prove that Danney Williams is in fact Bill Clinton's biological son will be probably around now, while Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and Bill Clinton is going through the same astrology. I mean, he's going through the same astrology as the Monica Lewinsky scandal, but he's going through the a progressed Uranus return, which is a very, 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 very rare event. So I mentioned the Arkansas 9, right? And the Insurrection Act. Yeah. So, anyway, let me pause a second to try to see if there's anything else I'm missing, because I want to have just a video up, so that pretty much just if somebody wants to watch like one video, they can just see like some of my predictions. Keep in mind, I forgot to say this earlier. I am one of the few astrologers that correctly predicted the outcome of the 2024 elections in regards to Donald Trump becoming the 47th president of the United States. Hopefully, I got that right. I can't think straight right now. I also correctly predicted that Charlie Kirk was to be assassinated, and there's a lot of proof to go on in regards to that as well too. If you go back and look at my videos titled I predicted Charlie Kirk's assassination or whatever. So I do have a track record of being right. Just letting you know. Anyway. Anything else? Let me pause another second. So again, when Bill Clinton's transit, when it's progressed, when it's progressed, Uranus began to retrograde. That's probably when Bill Clinton's chickens came home to roost. and he had to face the piper in regards to everything that he allegedly or possibly lied about. Just looking at the astrology, and in my opinion, leave that at that. So, like I said, whatever scandal is going down, it may or may not be Epstein. It could be something a lot. It could be multiple things. It doesn't end until July 20th, 2026. However, we should see a climax of it in regards to Bill Clinton around the month of May. But for some reason, for Donald Trump, he's forced to go into survival mode on August the 19th, 2026. And this is around the same time that Bill Clinton, his progressed moon, will let me pause a second. So around August 9th, 2026, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon was sextile his progressed Uranus. So it's like a shocking event. Anyway, but for Donald Trump, I think transit K2 will conjoin his ascendant, and that aligns with Donald Trump having to go into survival mode. So, and again, like I said, Donald Trump's not going to be too happy about the midterm elections. So, yeah. I'm going to try to let this video last all the way until 1 hour and 3 minutes. So let me see if there's any more lore that I can find. So let me pause for another second. Now, the trigger in regards to what may cause Donald Trump to go into survival mode could be the solar eclipse that happens on August 12th, 2026. And it's going to be aspecting Bill Clinton's natal sun, I believe, and also Donald Trump's ascendant. So we'll see what comes with that. We've already seen that the eclipse that happened on February the 17th, 2026, it caused Prince Andrew to get arrested, but also El Mencho or whatever, he was also killed. That's August 12th, 2026 that's August 12th, 2026 at 11:38 a.m. For Donald Trump, on August 19th, 2026, the transit nodes will enter Donald Trump's 12th house or conjoin his ascendant. On August 20, wow, that's two things happening at one time. Let me pause. Okay, so on August 22nd, 2026 for Donald Trump, transit Sun and transit K2 will conjoin Donald Trump's natal ascendant, and it'll be exact. And that means that Donald Trump will go into survival mode. On the same day, on August 22nd, 2026 for Hillary Clinton, her progressive Pluto will conjoin her natal Mars. And it's a fated transformative anger, destructive anger. Yeah. And then I say around the same time that Bill Clinton, he would be shocked about something. A shocking event. And see, progressed Pluto is a very, very slow moving planet. And when it conjoins your natal Mars, it's like it can be felt for months. So something big could go down around August. And on August 23rd, 2026 for Hillary Clinton, her progressed moon will square her progressed nodes. It means it's a fated event. So that's all the astrology I'm going to talk about for now. Bill Clinton, he gets lucky around October 1st, and that tends to lead to Democrats winning the midterm elections, but we'll see about that. So that's it for me. Bye for now.